everyone, Nick of StreetPass Princeton here to bring you another Pokemon X and Y battle. So this time, I have a team change-up. If you've noticed, I actually am using Abdallah's team. So, he noticed that I was doing poorly, and he took some pity on me and gave me some of his Pokemon. I kind of feel sad doing this, but at the same time, he understands that I really don't have time to battle and train as much as I want to. And if I end up playing the Pokemon League next year, I'll definitely train my own team. But for now, he recognized that. And so I decided to take on my first battle. You can probably guess the outcome of this one, which is going to be much better. Anyway, we're going to play right now. So here we go. So the battle starts. Alright, so I go with the Gengar substitute. You might have seen this when Abdallah was doing it. He sends out Bastiodon with the taunt. Luckily, I was able to set up my substitute in time. So, knowing that I can't, unfortunately, use any of my moves like Disable, I go for Hex, which is okay. It goes for Metal Burst. And that does decent damage, and the substitute fades. At this point, I'm looking to take Gengar out, because I really can't use Gengar that well here. So I take Gengar out, and then I put in my Goodra. So I guess he's anticipating a change too. So he takes out Bastiodon, and he puts in Kabutops. So from here, I think, okay, I'm going to go with a Thunderbolt. So he goes for the Swords Dance, and I go for Thunderbolt. Kabutops is dead. He's gone. One hit KO. So from here, Kabutops is down. And then he sends out his Tyrantrum. So from here, I'm thinking Goodra can take this. Okay, so Dragon Claw. Ooh, Goodra, really good hit. And then I go with Dragon Pulse and finish off Tyrantrum. So far, it's 6-4, so I'm doing pretty well. Alright, so he starts out with Aerodactyl, which is really fast. Amazingly fast. I did not know Aerodactyl was that fast. Aerodactyl is pretty freaking fast. So, I go with Thunderbolt again, but looks like his Earthquake will outspeed me. So, I end up fortunately getting away. So I go for Gengar, thinking, okay, Gengar can outspeed Aerodactyl. Nope. So, Stone Edge gets me, and looks like Gengar is out of the match. So, Suicune comes in, and I go for the Scald. He has pressure. Aerodactyl's Stone Edge does a real good number on me. It actually criticals. Ouch! Scald will do a lot of good damage, but Aerodactyl's not quite down yet. So he goes for another Stone Edge, and Suicune just barely survives with the skin of its teeth. I go for a Rest. So Rest should recover its health, and luckily Chesto Berry wakes me right up. There we go. Thank you, Chesto. So Aerodactyl goes with Iron Head, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I go for Scald. So, Aerodactyl, good damage. So now it's 4-3. Bastiodon is sent out again. So at this point I go for another Scald. And do good damage. Bastiodon goes for the Sandstorm. Alright, so from here, I'm gonna go for another Scald with Suicune. And that should finish off Bastiodon. Great job! So Bastiodon is out. Cradley comes in. Now here's an interesting thing. This Cradley, it's a stall Cradley. I didn't know this was possible, but he has a Stockpile, Toxic, Confuse Ray, and Recover. So, kind of annoying moveset if you don't know how to go out. The ending is awesome, so I won't spoil it to you until it comes about. But you'll probably notice. So I go for Defog. But I don't know at this point that he has no attacking moves. So he goes for Toxic, and automatically, I'm kind of in a bad situation. So there's one move that I know that I can do to stop him, and it's Taunt. But unfortunately, every time I try to do this move, I keep getting hit. So he basically he trolls me with Confuse Ray, which is annoying enough as it is. So, he goes for, I have leftovers, thank you. But, yeah. So, keep getting toxic, which isn't fun. Anyway, so, confusing. So, keep watching. Cradley's still doing the stockpile move. I believe at this point he only has 2 Pokemon left, so keep getting toxic here. This is not pretty. So, me trying to still pull off a taunt, and unfortunately, Confuse Ray will still take effect. Stockpile, still occurring. It's amazing how long this Confuse Ray is lasting right now. I didn't think it would last this long. I mean, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Anyway, so I try to go for taunt now, and it looks like it falls for the taunt. I should have probably switched out and gone to, like, what's it called, to, it's not taking my tongue. I should have gone to, like, Breloom, but I end up keeping Mandibuzz in, and I go for Brave Bird. I guess I kind of sack Mandibuzz. So, here we go, sack Mandibuzz. Damage recoil, no moves left, struggle, and Mandibuzz is taken out by poison. Even with the leftovers, it's not enough. And even he has a pair of his leftovers. So I need to get rid of his leftovers. This is kind of annoying. I don't want to deal with his leftovers anymore. So I think you know what I'm going to do. I have a little trick up my sleeve. Courtesy of Abdallah. Well, I'm going to do that soon. Right now I'm going to set up with Breloom. So I go for a Swords Dance. And still has no moves left. Goes for his Struggle. So Breloom's still in there. But still able to recover a little. So Taunt wears off and I go for Mach Punch. Thinking I can finish it off, but unfortunately he has Confuse Ray. And that is going to make me want to switch, because I do not want to sit in for another Confuse Ray. That is annoying. So I switch out to Delphox. And guess what he goes for? Recover. This gets annoying. So he goes for Recover. So then I go for, well, you can guess it, Power Herb, Solar Beam, Magician. So I go for Solar Beam, taking the light. Thank you, Power Herb. Comes fully charged. Solar Beam! Does okay damage, but now I take with Delphox, I take Cradley's leftovers. Alright, so I go for Mystical Fire, which does still nothing, surprisingly. So he goes for the Toxic, he's setting up again with a Toxic Confuse Ray. So at this point, I'm just like, I really need a switch. So, I mean, I try to attack with Delphox, but it just doesn't work. It's just so annoying. So then I thought to myself, you know what? If he's gonna stall, I have the perfect counter stall. I'm gonna use Suicune. Suicune is a perfect counter stall. Rest will wash away the poison and the Confuse Ray. So So Delphox does snap out of confusion. I go for Psyshock. But at this point, I'm thinking, you know, we could be going through this, like, Toxic Confuse thing, and I don't want to go for that. It's kind of risky, if you know what I mean. Really risky. So from here, I'm going to end up switching out. So I go to Suicune, and with Suicune, my plan is every time he Toxics me, I'm going to use Rest. So he goes for Confuse Ray again. What a surprise. So, I think I get hit here. Unfortunately. Yeah, I get hit real bad. So, get hit in confusion. He goes for Toxic. He's thinking, ooh, this kid's gone. So I'm like, no, not quite. Suicune, are you gonna hit Rest soon? Come on, Suicune. Snaps out of confusion. Rest. Now this washes away confusion and Toxic very easily. And when he saw that, he was like, oh, that's a good move. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured it out. So he goes for Recover. So at this point, I'm thinking, we really want to stall this battle out. So he's like, well, I have one Pokemon left. And that's Omastar. So I go for Sleep Talk. Because, well, Suicune's asleep. And Suicune uses, what is it? Calm Mind. So, it's a Croak-Coon, if anybody knows that pattern. So, anyway, Omastar goes for Shell Smash. And Omastar's defense falls. But luckily, its attack rises. So, I go for Sleep Talk. Scald! So, it hangs on by the skin of its teeth with the Focus Sash. And it goes for Ancient Power. It wakes up, and I forgot that at Rest only lasts 2 turns. So, yeah, bad move on my part. So I go for another Rest at the end of the next turn. And, yeah, I think you know what to expect here. I'm gonna go for another Sleep Talk. I think he goes for another Shell Smash, yeah. So, of course, defense falls, and special defense fall, but attack and speed go up 2 levels. It's risky. So, I'm praying for Scald, and Sleep Talk. So here we go, Scald. Nice. So, takes out Omastar. Cradley. So it looks like my Crocoon is gonna use Sleep Talk here. I'm gonna use another Scald, but fortunately Scald raises. So at this point I'm just thinking, you know what, it doesn't matter, because he doesn't have attack moves. My pressure will take out all of his power points at this point, and so I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I guess I'll change for fun. So I go to Breloom at this point, and I'm just thinking, okay, stockpile again? So I'm thinking, okay, go for, what's it called? Spore. But that doesn't work because it's a grass type. So Gradley goes for Confuse Ray, which is not fun. And at this point, I'm gonna switch back into Suicune, because I'm like, okay, the only way to break a stall is to clear out its power points, because that's the only strategy. So thankfully, Suicune has full power, full pressure. So Toxic's not gonna work, because it's asleep. And Suicune's gonna wake up using Sleep Talk. Cradley goes for a stockpile. And at this point, so I convince him to forfeit. And the way I did that was, I was like, dude, this is how it's gonna play out. Your Cradley is gonna lose all of its power points due to my Suicune's pressure. I have over more rests, and it's gonna last more turns than your Cradley. I just didn't want it to last out so long. I mean, would you want to watch a stall Cradley against maybe a counter stall Suicune with rest? I mean, you could watch it, but you get the idea. The income would have been me winning. So, anyway, that was my first gym battle win. Thank you, Abdallah, for lending me your team. and he even let me keep his team, and hopefully he'll keep Animal Crossing. Anyway, so I want everyone to like this video, leave a comment below, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our 3rd year anniversary event, our Mario Golf event, and Kid Icarus Uprising event. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and this is Nick of StreetPass Princeton signing out. See you guys later.